Hey, what's up, Creed family? Hey, another episode on Salute My Creed, a platform where you can speak about your religion, your belief, and the principles that you stand on that bring you your everyday success. Salute. Today I have a special guest. I'm sitting with a brother who don't just talk about it, he shows up for it. Whether it's with the Boys and Girls Club, a football team, a church full of young men, or a family that needs a hot meal. Also, from Porch Talk to Reach2, his impact stretches beyond social media. This man uses his voice to inspire, and he uses his hands to serve. How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm doing all right, bro.
Yeah. Shoot, man, glad to have you on here. Like I said before, man, every time we talk, it's always good conversation, man, nothing but blessings, and I just appreciate the things that you're doing in the community and how you lead.
Man, it's the same way here, DeVaris, man, to see where you have came from and see your push and see your grind, see your hustle, see you continually to just continue to go forth. I always say it's consistency and persistency. That's one of the things we have to have with our work ethic and to try to achieve our dreams, our goals, and our visions, man. The persistency and the consistent, you have to have it, man.
I see that's about what I'm about to ask you now, man. How do you stay consistent and choosing to speak every day to help uplift people in the communities and your friends on Facebook?
Yeah, a lot of times, V, man, a lot of people don't see, your everyday struggle. They don't see your everyday pain. You know what I'm saying? You're always showing the good side, but I have some downsides on a lot of things. But one of the things that I always try to do is keep my energy positive, keep my vibe positive, and knowing that, as I stand on the principles of God and the Word of God that, weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. I know it's going to get better, as they say, you know what I'm saying? Stuff ain't gonna last long. So in order to help people, I have to be transparent, have to be real with them. And, sometimes you get talked about like that, just being real with people. But I am what I am by the grace of God. I don't claim to be this big man and this and all that, man. I'm just a little regular guy that's really holding my faith in God. So that's kind of where I'm at with everything and how I'm being persistent and consistent with where I'm going.
Okay. So I think last month you did a big event at the church where you brung out, what things you did for the kids and fed the kids,
Yes.
and you had speakers came out and you
Yes.
also spoke yourself.
Yes.
So how did that turn out for you, and what did that do for you personally?
Man, it really builds me that after the event to hear some of the church members that had never experienced that say, man, that was nice, man. That blessed me. So, and then to come back that following next day, that Sunday, and to hear the church just boast and and say, man, that was something great, that they want to get more behind it and help me. I think when I get the gratitude of either the child or the parent or people saying that, man, your message inspired me, your life inspired me, even if, sometimes you can deal with a hater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they watching, and the whole time, some of them hating, but yet you are inspiring them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't look at it as a hater thing. You have to continue to go forth in what God has envisioned in you, purposed in you, and called you to do. And that's how I continue to just go forward. But a lot of times, like I say, they don't see the hurt. They don't see the struggle. They don't see the lack. Like I say right now, the finances are low because I want to do things on a large and bigger scale. So, but, I have to be patient to wait on God. For the word of God say you be patient for, saying if you have that patience, you won't want for anything. So, knowing that it's going to come, but you have to keep going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even in the low moments, as we were saying the song, he's a lily in the valley, Yeah.
So with low moments with this, can I say far as like it's a difference when you pouring so much in the community but not getting the support you need at times?
It can be a low, according to how you look at it. One of the things with me, I can't get upset with people because they didn't give me the vision and the mission and the purpose and the call. See what I'm saying? So I know it was for me. So and one thing I know, when God puts something in your hand, He's going to make provision for the vision. And sometimes you just have to have that patience. You have to have that wait. It hurts sometimes that you don't get the support from your own town and your own city, but come back to the word of God again. A prophet is not received in his own town. So, you have to continue to just go for, what am I doing this for? What is my agenda? What is my motive? You know what I'm saying? This really for the children, the kids, and family members now, because we have actually just went to a lower age number now from, you know what I'm saying, I want to say from 5 to 12 now, that we can actually impact and teach before they get to be 12 and 18. So then to go into the homes and deal with the parents as well as the children is something. But just building my community, because I always say, if you want to see the change, you got to be the change. Yeah. Be the change that you want to see, and it start with one.
And I think, and I know, like, God put certain things in people's hand that he know that's going to go through with it.
Mm-hmm.
Who ain't going to stop, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, when things get rough, it's not going to give up and just stay persistent because you believe in something, bigger.
Yeah, yeah. And then just to have, brothers like yourself, I have a number of young brothers that follow me, watch me, see me doing what I'm doing. And I have seen a lot of other people take on the same traits and attributes and visions and stuff that God have envisioned in me. Mm-hmm. And see, the thing with me, I don't hate on that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to already know that you just a trendsetter sometimes. You can set the trend. You see what I'm saying? And people might come on and might can do it better than I do. But it'd be like kudos to me. Somebody's still going. Somebody's still doing it. Somebody's still impacting. So, it just ignite me and excite me. But, so many times, man, we pull each other down on the positive stuff when we ought to be continue to boosting each other, trying to connect, trying to network, to make it better. One can send 1,000 on the flight, but two can send 10,000 on the flight. You just think if we all start coming together, taking our interests, our visions and dreams and goals and bring them together, that we can produce that productive citizen in our society and build that community that we want to see.
Yeah.
See, we got to get off that hood thing, V.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The hood mentality is a kind of low-rated, poverty, anger builder type thing. But when we start coming back to the community, we talking about a whole, you know what I'm saying? Because if my neighbor is affected, I'm affected. Yeah. So I'm saying, so we got to come back to community instead of the hood. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It used to be the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But now they just go hood. See, the neighbor seen by this neighbor. You know what I'm saying? The neighbor down the street, the neighbor across town. You know what I'm saying? We seen by each other because that was a community. But now it's just hood. We need to be careful with that word hood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, times done changed a lot from the things that I've seen where like people come together and do stuff, and now you catch so many folks. It's all about gossiping. It's about negativity. Yeah. Holding people down, knowing that you can help,
right,
and you don't help.
Right.
That's still a hold down indirectly.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you don't see me doing it, but behind the scenes, I'm doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Instead of being that uplifting, they help that person. And one of the things with me and my friends that we believe in, it's like we help each other. Why? Because if you there, I know I got an opportunity, a chance of getting there. You know, that's just like with this podcast. My friends telling me like, "Hey man, if you get it started, we coming." You know, like they just know if one get to going, it's that belief. And guess what? Come on up. And if whatever I could do to help you up, it's the same thing.
Right.
But we don't see that in our community no more. It's all about it's about self.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so even now, we got some people in our community strong, make good money. You know what I mean? But guess what? It's more about talking down on that person. I mean, there's so many groups or text messages go on, and these folks talking about this person, this person, this person. That's the highlight. Right. Instead of sending these group text messages around, we're gonna do this week, we're gonna do this week for the kids, or we're gonna do this to help do this, or we're gonna show them how to do this or that. They won't show you because they feel like they don't want you on a level with them. But at the end of the day, it's enough out here for everybody.
It is, man. It really is. Even this weekend, I was blessed to see so many organizations come out for the back to school thing. Normally, I have one. Mm-hmm. And but I was out of town this weekend. You see what I'm saying? But to go back and look on Facebook and social media and see different ones doing different things, I smile. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, look at them, man. Look at them. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. See, and like you say, if I would have had the money, I probably would have just joined with them this year. You see what I'm saying? And just partner up with some other group or doing something on the same caliber or the same level. I think so many times we get so caught up who the head is, who the spotlight is on, and we really lose the focus. But you know God telling you to do something in your heart for this person, that person. But one thing I can say, even about Salute My Creed, even though we just getting started, you been there from day one with me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all shot my first intro.
Yeah.
Then you came back and did the follow-up on the progress of the program. You know what I'm saying? And, shooting the photos for me and my wife, between you and Dante and different ones, man. It's been a blessing, man, to just have Brother Steele right here. You know, and when you call me, I'm here.
Yep, all
you
the
know what I'm
time.
saying? If I need you, you've been there for me. So it's just like you say, been a hand-to-hand thing because we're stronger together. Not to get on the, black and white thing so many times. Sometimes I just feel like we get caught up in that divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? If I can keep the brothers or the urban community divided, I can keep conquering them. And we got to wake up within our senses to say, no, man, we stronger together than we are apart. Why are we pulling each other down? Why we are not supporting each other? I had that question with the NFL, man, since I know so many young men that had made it to the league. Why won't they come back and support me with this thing doing something good? But I did have, one to come back, and that was Josh Harvey Clemens. Came back and supported me, stood in the organization and stood up for the program. You know what I'm saying? So it was a blessing, you know what I'm saying? But I need consistency money to keep coming in to keep doing things. We still waiting on the grants. You know what I'm saying? But I know a grant going to open up. You know what I'm saying? Just getting all my stuff and all the logistics and the graphics and all of the things that we need to have to be able to receive the grant. So, but I'm excited about still what's going on. 5 years in, V.
5 years, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Hey, also, happy birthday to you today.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, 55 today, man, and grateful that I'm still able to pick them up, put them down. Just got off from work, go to work, run a business, run a nonprofit organization, even run a catering service with my wife. You know what I'm saying? And everything is being successfully done, but sometimes you want to rush it. And God take you through those processes of tests and trials and tribulations, because like you say, he's not going to put that thing in a weak person's arms. You have to be built for this. You have to be strong for this. As one of my mentors told me, Pastor Jimmy Boyd at Christian Love Ministry, he said, Aaron, it's not for the faint of heart. You know what I'm saying? And that thing stuck with me. So when I do get in those little tight spots or want to throw in the towel and give up, God said, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And every now and then he'll open the door and somebody come and donate something. Or somebody will say, man, your program blessed me. A couple of weeks back, bro, me and my wife was getting ready to go out of town. And we pulled up at 24/7 down here.
Yeah.
And the young man was pumping my tire. He putting air in the tires. And he stood up. He said, Mr. A.B., keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know him.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? He said, man, you done an event in the park. Me and my nephew was there. And that's all we talk about today is your event and what you said that impacted us. And I'm like, my wife heard it. She said, yeah, baby, we got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, God, do that thing. God, what he'll do is, like, you know what I mean? He'll send somebody. He'll speak to you through someone else.
Yeah.
It happen all the time. Yeah, I got massive stories like that, we talk about, but I ain't going to make it about me at this moment. But it be God showing you to keep, like I say, keep
going.
Hey, what they say, keep steady.
Yeah. In the by and by, man, it all makes sense. And I remember one time I was frustrated with ministry. And I get a call, and it's California number. And it was one of my Caucasian brothers, one of my white brothers. And he said, Pastor A.B. I'm like, who is this? And he said, you might not remember me, man, but it was several years ago, man. You was coming into the county jail doing ministry, man, and he said you really blessed my life. And he said I never did come down to the meeting, but that one time when we did man, the jailhouse did an anniversary for me, man, and that was touching all by itself. But at this time, I was frustrated with ministry. I was aggravated with ministry, and I get a call from California, and it wasn't a urban brother. It was a Caucasian brother. And he said, your ministry impacted my life. I have changed my life. I made it back home. I got my wife back. I'm in the church. I'm saved, and I'm serving God. And all I still can hear is Pastor A.B. voice in that jail cell.
Sure.
And man, it's something to just know that when you're impacting kids, grown folks, just men's in general, because I love men's. So men's group is more important because the order of God is God, man, and woman. So build a man, you know.
Right. And so I know, piggyback off what you were saying, like, about not being racist, it's not about that when we speak on our culture, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to be divisive.
True, right.
It's about being in our community and, you know, the kids understand us and knowing where we came from. We came from the same thing you guys came from. And that's what make a difference. And I think some people try to shy away from it. I don't, you know what I mean? It's black, it's white. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got black friends, I got white friends,
Yes.
Korean friends, Mexican
Yes,
friends, you know what I'm
yes.
saying? It doesn't matter. But as a whole, as a man, when you giving back to, you know, where you came from, this is where I came from.
Right.
I can't say
Right.
about this culture,
Right.
this culture. I can speak for mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's where I come from with it, and that's why I'm comfortable to speak on it. You know, so if you want to be uplifting and taking care of your community, they want to hear from us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where we came from.
Right. Yeah, in the SEAL story, especially when you actually know, I'm gonna share this with you, DeVars. One of the things that affected me real bad when I left my mother and father, and you know, I got mixed up with the drug trade, and you know, you think when you're making money and you giving back to your community and you know your hood, you know, you're doing something. But the whole time I was poisoning my hood the whole time, poisoning my people the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see it at the time. You know what I'm saying? How I was affecting other little young kids looking up to me because I was the big D boy. You know what I'm saying? But I would give back to the street, so I'll feed the block. You know what I'm saying? But it's something when you change that perspective of, you know, the perception of things and looking at things, that how I affected a lot of these young brothers' lives. And, you know, to see their parents, some of them still strung out, some of them dead and gone, and then to see the effect that I had on that child that wanted to be like me. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't putting them in a positive or productive environment.
Right.
You're gonna make the money. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the bling bling. You're going to see the big rims, the cars, and, you know, the house and the money. But you're not going to, the story behind that, you're not going to see when the Fed come in or, you know, the police come knocking and, you know what I'm saying, and you start losing all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they really don't tell the whole truth about this thing when you go to jail and you're bound to get raped. You know what I'm saying? You ain't used to going to jail, but you get in there and you ain't no guns in there.
Nah, ain't none.
You know what I'm saying? They got some shanks in there now.
And some people ain't got the mental mindset to even do that.
Right.
Because it's a difference when you take something, you take it in somebody rather than
Right.
you just take 5 pounds of pressure to pull a trigger.
Right, man. And you want it to be real, and they bragging about it and glamorizing this life, man, that where we killing each other, and to see these babies, man, out here 12 and 21, 24, losing their lives in between those ages, man. Rapid rate, man. And and everybody want to be gang and thinking it's cool how they went to jail and all this, man. Bro, it's so much productive stuff that you can do out here to get this money. You know what I'm saying? So many things that you can do on a positive level and get money. You know, I'm seeing it with myself. You know.
And so when I look at your videos online, I see so many people that have changed their life, you know what I mean, that was friends with you or knew you or just in the community, and I see them applaud you and, you know, commenting on what you're doing and everything.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about, you know, what God doing in my life. Because see, one of the things that the scriptures say that we are light that sit on a hill that cannot be hidden. We are the salt that salted the earth, but sometimes I ask the question, where's the light? You know what I'm saying? I'm just one light. Just think if so many other lights come together and come out here and impact our city, impact our community, impact our county. You know what I'm saying? How you can go from state to state, you know what I'm saying? From nation to nation, how it would just spread. But, why are we hiding, because I think we get so caught up in the religious part of it to where the judgmental setting in. And people get afraid to talk about, their faults and failures and sins, but we all have them. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God.
Definitely.
But what are you doing once you, gathered yourself back and say, I'm going to get back up, I'm going to try again. Ain't no time to give up now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want people to do, get up. Because one thing is a bad thing for you to beat yourself up, the devil beat you up, and the church folk beat you up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're in a lose-lose battle.
Combination, yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But when you start getting somebody to speak into your life and say, I might be damaged, but I'm still some good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, you ever went down the grocery store aisle and the canned good aisle, and every now and then you might see a bent up can, but that don't mean the product in it ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? They might mark it down a little bit, but hey, the product in it still some good.
Yeah.
So the things that you done went through in life, the things that you have encountered in life can be one of the glorious testimonies for God, can be one of the most impactful things that you can say to a people, to a nation. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to hear that. Man, I struggled. You know what I'm saying? I failed, but I got up.
Yeah.
And I'm still going. And it's going to be tough. I ain't going to say it's going to be easy all the time. I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat that to you. You know what I'm saying? But, the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but the one that hold out and endure to the end. And that's that process of being consistent and persistent.
Yeah. Definitely. And so, and a lot of us, like, we come from the same, like, I think I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mom. My mom, she kept a hand on me, because I went through a lot of stuff I don't talk about. I get into it eventually, but there's a lot I went through and overcame and made a difference, And it didn't take, and it was my mom. It took a village. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
It took a village. It took my mom. It took my sister. It took my uncle.
Yeah.
It took, my auntie, everybody talking to me, getting on to me, you know what I mean? And I was just that person, when I'm jammed up on whatever I was doing, I never asked God to get me out of it. Because I know when I get out, I'm finna go right back doing what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah. So, but man, it's just a blessing how God been blessing me throughout the years. And being able to, man, I pray every day. Sometimes, man, I pray 15, 20 times a day and a lot of it just be thanking God.
Yeah.
And when I put my post on Facebook, it really be me. It'd be what I be going through, what I be enduring.
Yeah.
That's why when we was in the office and you just said what you said, I say, man, that'd be how, that same way I am. Like, it'd be what I'm going through. And what I'm going through, if I could find something to uplift me, maybe I can give it to someone else and help uplift them to it at the same time.
Because he tell us, I think it's in the book of Revelations, chapter 12. The dragon was loose and the earth was opening up to swallow the woman, and with child, and it was talking about Christ, being the center of that, and but yet the scripture came back and say we overcame Satan by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So, you don't understand how powerful your testimony is that can help someone else. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be ashamed of the things that you went through. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to understand, if you've talked to somebody that has never failed, that means they ain't never tried.
Never tried, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. You don't think about it like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you might have some failures, but that means you trying. And God sees the heart, and God knows the heart of all the individuals that might be struggling with something, an issue or a certain situation or a certain problem. But only God can help you if you turn to him and look to him. His hands are stretched out still to a rebellious people. A stiff-necked, hard-hearted people, but he the only one can take the heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. He the only one can give you peace in your time of your trouble sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You just have to try everything else. You can try the financial institutions. You can try friends, family, you know what I'm saying, homeboy, homegirls, or just anything. But why not try This God that I be talking about sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He holding me up. He never failed me. He may not come when I want him all the time. And I think that's where we have to learn that patience, build that confidence in yourself, hold on to that confidence to say, God promised me he'd never leave me, never forsake me, he'll be with me to the end of the world. The word of God actually helps me to stand because I'm not just reading a book. You know what I'm saying? This book is my life. And then I say, God, now if you real, he say, prove me, try me. He tell us to do this. You know what I'm saying? But he say, don't go and try to throw yourself off the hill. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But if things happen in life, he would give his angels in charge over you. But don't tempt God of these things, you know. But we have to let God help us in our everyday walk and everyday life till we become that successful person that he wants us to be. But he take us through the fire.
Take you through.
Yeah.
And then, you have to let God talk through you with leading you to tell your story.
Yeah.
Because, like, I had got on someone the other day, they was talking, they was like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't put up with this, and da-da-da-da. I said, but you went through that before one time, too. Yeah, but ain't it? I said, but, see, it's okay to say what you're not going to put up with, but when you telling that person, also tell that person you went through that too,
Right?
And this is what happened when you went through it, and this is why you shouldn't go through it. But just to say, hey, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, but you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what made the difference, because I think you ain't giving a complete story. You know what I mean? You ain't giving a complete story.
Right.
It might sound good, like you just this tough person. You done been through this, overcame this. You know what I mean? You just boom.
Yeah.
But if you don't get a backstory,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, you can't relate,
Right.
be relatable.
That's basically like knowing the history before your presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to know some of the history of where you came from, how it happened, how it originated, how it built up to this point. One of the great things about me, man, I give God all glory, but God blessed me with an awesome woman. So, you know what I'm saying? I got an awesome rib. I got an awesome help me. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that keep me looking good sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can be tore up from the floor up,
Yeah.
but that woman, you know what I'm saying, I have to talk about her, Miss Cynthia Lewis Winston, you know, she's gonna like get up from there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's greater in you. She speaks life into me sometimes too. You can't. Too many people looking forward to. We need you. So you know, she brings that thing back to me to say, I need you. The children need you. The grandchildren need
Speak
you.
it.
The world needs you. Get up. People are depending on you. You know, and for my wife to see that that helps. Even when she could be so mad at me, she can come in there and say, "You'll pray for me." You know, because she's still saying, I see that man of God in you.
Man, come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see
it.
that king in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that lion in you.
Yeah.
I know that eagle in you. You see what I'm saying? So, because we get to talking about that eagle, man, that thing, that go to messing with me, you know, and because an eagle is a peculiar bird. You know what I'm saying? It's a particular bird that can soar high beyond any altitude than any other bird. You know, and one thing about that eagle, he never runs from the storm. The eagle welcomes the storm so he can spread his wings and soar.
Yeah.
And soar above the storm. And so many times in life, when the eagle gets up in age, the eagle can live 120 years. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for him to extend his life, he has to pluck off his feathers, pluck off his beak, pluck off his claws to extend his life. But who's willing to pull stuff off to get more life?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on with it.
We want to keep stuff on because we think we in the life. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we just existing, man, and we really not living, man, until we really change a lot of things of our mindset, our attitude, and the way we walk and the way we talk, man. I don't want to be a fool out here with $1 million and lose it. You see what I'm saying? So I want to have that $1 million be in good health. You know what I'm saying, and making good decisions and still helping my people in the right perspective, in the right way, without losing all that million. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some sense out here.
Got to. Critical thinking.
Yeah.
Critical thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I want to applaud you, man, for speaking on your wife like you did, because we need more of that,
Yeah.
And that's just like sometimes I call you, I be messing with you about your food you put on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, who do I on the phone? That's V. Tell V he can go get a plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's her.
Yeah, and so one thing I tell people all the time, I would never, on my platform, I would never talk negative on black women, because a black woman brought me into this world.
Yes.
And we all have our ups and downs. Now, I'll speak on a relationship. We can speak on a relationship, but I'm not going to just, talk down.
Right.
Because I know what my mom endured and the things she sacrificed for me to be here, for me to, to put me in the right situation.
Yeah.
So how can I talk down on that? But you have some do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of people didn't know that. My mother was more of the spiritual leader than my father. My father was the visionary and the preacher, but my mama was more of the spiritual guide and teacher. You see what I'm saying? And then for my wife, which is my wife now, when we've been together 36 years, man, I'm talking about.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, and it's getting better for me. I tell her now, I think I'm loving you more now, and you getting tired of me more now. So, you know what I'm saying? But, when she was in love with me, you know what I'm saying, I want to still, play and do all these old crazy things. But now, that God has really settled me, I'm really loving the woman that God blessed me to see. When a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing, and he obtained favor from God. And it blessed many other nations. And a lot of people see that stuff. Yeah, but my wife went through a lot with me, but she stood with me. She didn't give up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't act, inappropriate. She kept herself and built herself as a woman. We got too many cougars and foxes and, hoochie mamas and all this other stuff. We got too many. We need more mothers back. We need more, more of the women, lady type woman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the baddest bee now. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't get that. And I think that's where we losing a lot of generations at, because the mothers was the teachers, the mothers is the nourishers, and my wife has just really been that for me. She should have been gone a long time ago, but she stayed.
With you.
So now, as God continue to elevate me and bless me, I want to give her the world.
Yeah.
As Luther Vandross would say, if this world were mine, you know what I'm saying? I lay it all at her feet. You know what I'm saying?
All to you, all of it.
Yeah. And because she deserved it to deal with me, But now she thinks that, because I deal with her, But God knows who He has for you, and He blessed me to have a strong woman, and then to have my mother that actually did a lot of teaching and training with her, and she took on a lot of those same traits as my mother. But I told my wife, now I don't need another mama. You know what I'm saying? I need a wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but God is good, man, and but just to see both of us grow and how we have grown together, that has blessed a lot of people alone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people really have a lot of respect for me and my wife being together that long time, because we got in that thing young, man, 17, 18, and now we both, up in our 50s. I'm 55, she 56, and but to see the growth and me to recognize and understand it. Now I'm washing dishes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm making the bed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so now I'm learning how to do things to take a little pressure off of learning to go in there and if I can't cook, I go buy something like today. I went and bought something to eat. I say your dinner's in the oven when you get home.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to go in the kitchen and turn the pot on, because she's a cook.
Right.
And she can cook.
Yes, she can.
Yeah,
yes,
man, and that food is something else. A lot of people ask us about the food, and I say, well, she take her time and put love in it. But one of the things that I see with a lot of businesses, a lot of times people start out with taking their time, loving what they're doing, cooking the food, seasoning, and the food be good. But then once you start making the money, you lose focus on preparing and cooking the food to the point of making the money. Mm-hmm. So you start leaving ingredients out, you start shortcutting, you start getting fast to make the money, and you lose the love for what you did with the food. So the taste change.
You know, it'd be like with me when I cook, I like to cook, right?
Yeah.
But if I don't have the time to prep and do everything like I want to, if it got to be a rush, come on, we finna go get something to eat.
Right,
I
right.
don't want to rush. I like to put the music on, chill, might drink some wine and chill, and do it like that. But if it got to be a rush, I don't even want to do it.
That's her, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But she have a big respect for you, and Dante, and it's a number of them. You know what I'm saying? And because y'all have supported me and helped me, she want people that love me.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And she see it, she can recognize it. Sometimes she be my eyes when I can't see.
Man, that's a blessing.
You know what I'm saying? She'll be like, be careful with that, be careful with that.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Yeah.
And, I just be on just loving people, helping people. She can sometimes see some danger before I can. Yeah, man. So it's a blessing, man.
And man, it's probably been like, man, it's when we was at Home Depot. It could probably been like maybe 8-9 years ago now. And I remember it stuck with me still with me to this day. Any relationship I be in, you said, man, when I you know what I'm saying, you said at times I might be worried about my manhood. But if everything ain't right at the house, them bills ain't taken care of, whatever, my wife ain't worried about none of that. She worried about how can we get situated, how can we get everything in order, you know what I mean? And so, and that was real. It's like if my house ain't in order, I can't think about nothing else.
Right.
Yeah. So I took that in that perspective when I'm dealing with whatever woman I'm with, you know what I mean? Because that makes a difference. A whole lot of, somebody can't take care of you the way they want to take it if we got all of this over our head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And she's a great helpmate, man. Have helped me meet a lot of things, and I can tell anybody when you go to church and you can listen to your pastor, but if you look at your pastor wife, you'll tell what's really going on. So I always say, try to take care of home, because your wife will be over there like, oh, boy, so it'll show, it'll tell on you, so but see about your home. I remember one time I was all about going out saving the world, and my family was dying. I didn't know how to be a husband, you know what I'm saying? And you're trying to help everybody, but you're not spending that time with your wife when she needed. You're not listening to her, but you did a lot of things to get her.
Yeah.
And I think so many times we get complacent and comfortable in our relationship to the point where we start losing focus on what we did to get her, and then what we need to do to keep her.
Yes. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, I don't want to start out just spending a lot of money on her, because that's what she's going to always keep looking for.
I ain't doing that one.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that one.
Yeah, so I want her to really love me for who I am. Like I told her when I ain't have then she was there. Now we have accumulated a little things, and, a few little things. We ain't got where we want to be yet. I want to put in a big house, and I want her, when she go to that house and open up that garage, there's a big, nice SUV in there with a bow on it.
You're right.
I say, baby, this yours.
Right.
For your labor, for your commitment, for your suffering, for your pain and long suffering with putting up with me. And God has blessed me and opened me up. And, like I said, I just want to lay it at your feet.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
So, sure, man, I'm glad God led us to this conversation, because, we talked about something else, but, man, that's what's up. I like that. Yeah, I'll be glad one day when I'm in that position and be able to, do that. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, we all have things that we go through, but I never been married. But my goal is when I'm married one day to say, man, I've been with my wife 20 years and it's just been me and her. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a goal for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I'm single, it is what it is. Yeah.
So many times people give up on different things, man, but it's not going to be easy.
Right.
You're going to have challenging moments. You're going to have situations, but stick it out, man. It's all about that endurance. It's all about that faithfulness, that commitment, just sacrificing. Sometimes you have to give up some things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I try to listen to all the cries, but, man, they help me with God giving me these visions, putting this work in my hand, the commitment that she have to take on. Even with my call on my life with ministry, when phone rang, people crying to me about their problems, and we sitting up there, we in the same problem. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And she's sitting up there like, you telling them what we need. I'm like, baby, we just have to trust God. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that he never let us fail in, man. So, you know, she get a little worried sometimes, but yet she be like, God got my husband. and I sit up in there, so I cry sometimes. I'm like, I don't know why God love me so much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he always come through for me. Yeah. And that's what make me glorify him and talk about him the way I do. You know what I'm saying? Because he never let me fail. And I know there's greater things ahead. If my God own a cattle on 1,000 hills, all of the land, if my God own all the gold and the silver, if my God promised me that he'd give me houses I did not build, a well that I did not dig, vineyards that I did not plant, you know what I'm saying? He promised me this. You know what I'm saying? So that give me that sense of hope to continue to strive for, hold on to God's unchanging hand, and I know it's going to come. You know, that could be to that mother out there right now, sitting up saying, my son done got on that molly, he done got on that flocker. My son is out of control with the GDs and the gang and, you know, and all this stuff and the shoot 'em up, bang, bang, guys. And you worrying about your son. But God made a promise to that saved mother, that saved father. If I save you, I save your whole house. Yeah. So quit worrying. I just did a talk with one of my pastor friends, Pastor Jimmy Boyd, and he preached over at his church, and he gave a word to take your hands off. And he talked about an aircraft carrier, and he talked about the F-16. And he say, till that plane gets up there on that deck to get ready to take off, ain't nobody gonna move till the pilot raises his hand. That was a powerful word to me. You know what I'm saying? And when the pilot raises his hand, that's when it's ready to go because it don't need no help to take off. Right. You see what I'm saying? And then I was just looking, just the day before, I seen a tree fell over, broke, but it was a little piece of that tree still connected to the roots in the ground, and that tree was still producing leaves. Even though you might be done failed in life, stay connected to God.
Yes, sir.
And you still can produce.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might be done failed. You might be done went through something. But I'm telling you, baby, build your faith in God. You done got me preaching on
Oh,
the
man,
Father.
well, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm enjoying it, man.
Yeah, you know, and
yeah.
you know, hold on. Yeah. Don't give up. But change is you know, have to happen with all of us. Seasons change, time change, we change. You know, everything is changing. Yeah. You know, somewhere in our mind and our mindset, we got to change. We can't keep doing the same thing and keep looking for this different result. Right. You know, insanity.
Now, what about, like, I think in today's time, people see, because you could take a picture and you hear you doing this, you got this going on, you got that, but it ain't really what that is. Mm-hmm. But you'll have some people, they'll chime in on it and think this really you and this is what they wanted, this is what they trying to do, and it really ain't that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's so much of that going around. Do you think people really, you know what I mean, being who they are they're acclimated by people? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of things come by what we see. It's just like me with my businesses. God gave me the vision. God made provision. Mm-hmm. God blessed me with everything. And man, don't you know, sometimes that business peaked to a high. And I'm talking about money coming in everywhere. But then people don't see that I had to pay taxes. Mm-hmm. I had to pay insurance on that van. I had to buy supplies. I have to pay for workers. And all that money I might have generated, it still come down to a piece. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a good piece. I can't, you know, complain about that. But, you know, everything that you see, you know what I'm saying, everything glitter ain't gold. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand sometimes there's a struggle. My mom always had a saying, store up for war in the time of peace. What sense that made? She said what she was saying was because when the money peaking, don't go balling out. Yeah. Put some back because a rainy day gonna come.
It's coming.
this month alone, I probably have washed 4-5 cars. And I made $400-500.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just off them cars that I did wash. But just think about all of the money that I missed because it been raining every day.
Yeah.
And then at the peak of the heat, you ain't finna get out there and keep washing them cars, man. The heat that we have now. So, I went back to work. I took on another little job. You know what I'm saying? So, to just keep me held on. The non-profit is literally a non-profit for me.
Yeah.
So the money that I take in with that, I put it back into the community. People fuss about me about this and that. I'm like, the same people that normally have all of the naysay and all of the rah, 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 and whoop, the whoop to say, ain't gave a penny.
That's how it be all the time.
Yeah. Shut up and sit down somewhere. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't gave nothing. I would listen to people that so into me and ask them, what y'all want me to do?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yo, what y'all want me to do with this money? How y'all want me to invest and spend this money into the community? You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear from the people that ain't giving me nothing or doing that for me, man. Shut up and be quiet. Sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got people that literally give money, bro, to help me to get stuff done. And, like I say, the hats off to so many other brothers, Antonio Harrington, you know what I'm saying, you yourself, Dante, man, just Xavier Godfrey, Xavier McGee, brothers consistency with it. Sister Rita, man, my mom, man, she's not my real mom, but she's like a mom to me. Right. And she's gonna send money, you know what I'm saying, and say, boy, do something. You know what I'm saying? Like he just sitting down now. Here goes some money, go do something. So they know if I get $500 or $600, I'm finna do something. Right. So, that's just me. Yeah. And but now at the end of the year, I've been struggling with raising money to, to renew everything. Because my renewal's $450 every year. People don't know that. They don't see that. They don't see that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then I go out here and I join these organizations like Second Harvest. You know what I'm saying? I get this food at a low discount, you know what I'm saying? But we give it all out free. Mm-hmm. People call me 24/7 for food. I don't show that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I do when we help people pay bills and we don't record that and talk about that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, the things that I show people, I'm showing people that gave me money what I'm doing with their money. That's kind of how I operate with that. But it's a lot of things that we do in secret that God reward us openly. So, we don't try to show everything that we do and we all this. No, man, we just appreciate the people that God placed in our lives that help me to do what I do for the community because I have a love for my city. You can't keep sitting up here complaining about the United States of America and we ain't trying to really make no difference in our own community.
Mm-hmm. Own city that we're right here in.
Yeah. This city ain't this. My state ain't this. And, that was just, like I said, another thing, even with Trump. We got to be careful how we are reacting to this government in Trump, because we are becoming hatred and haters within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? He's there for a reason. If God himself, Peter being his boy, his disciple, and Peter tell him, no, Christ, you can't leave me. And Christ look at him and say, get thee behind me, Satan. Mm-hmm. But turn to Judas, who he knew was going to betray him and call him friend. Who was going to get him to his destiny? Peter holding him back or Judas betraying him to get him to the destiny?
Right.
Yeah. So, Trump can be there for our destiny. Mm-hmm. It's what perspective you're looking at it in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's turning the hearts of the minds of the children back to the Father. Mm-hmm. He might be mean and bad, but everything that the devil meant for bad, God turning around for what? Our good.
Good. Yeah.
How we look at it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's how I keep myself positive, how I keep myself in that good vibe, good energy atmosphere to Well, I try to help people. People beat me up when I talk about it. I said, Trump funny to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big orange clown to me. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, we have to get back to our roots. We have to get back to our real nationality of who we are. People bashing the Bible, you know. And if you look at it, everything originated from our land.
Yeah, it did. Definitely
It's
did.
sad that they portray Africa in the way that they do sometimes on TV. But
'Cause
it's so much oil, it's so much gold, silver. You know what I'm saying? There's so much exotic animals. And
Yeah.
why they over there getting all the stuff if it's that poor?
right, it's beautiful over there. It's beautiful over there.
So you know what I'm saying. So we miss a lot of things, man, with life and not paying attention. You know, and a lot of things that we hadn't been taught of our history. That's when we don't know who we is, and I think that's when we lost as a race as well. We don't follow the old path. We don't actually respect our patriots no more. Those that have sacrificed and done all this stuff for us to have this liberty and freedom when we become spoiled. And we have to be careful with spoiling our children. We want them to have things that we didn't have, but then are they earning those things?
Right. That's the key. That's a big key.
Yeah. Like my daughter have my grandson at the house and won't make him mow the yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done went up over there and mowed the yard. I done paid somebody to do the yard. Ding! What you doing? No, she got to make him get up, put some gas in there, and go out there and push that yard. Give these kids something to do, you know what I'm saying, and give them some kind of purpose in life to understand that life is not going to be easy. Anything going to be given to you. You know, I always say nothing is given, but everything is earned.
Yep.
And if you don't grind, you won't shine.
Right.
Hard work still pays off, so do something and be remembered, but do nothing and be forgotten. But he who works the hardest deserve it the most. That's where we at, man. Working, man, understanding that, you know, we got to put in this work, man. And then once we get this work going, then it's time for us to relax.
Right.
But we got to build it to a place first and be in there ourselves getting it done. Like right now, I had a crew to go out, you know what I'm saying? But when things got slow, I got to be that crew.
Yeah.
So I got to keep pushing my business to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get out there myself. That's just like right now, we had the kitchen. You know, my wife probably be in the kitchen with the cooks. You know what I'm saying? Till we get them where we want them to be at. You know what I'm saying? So we can expect what we want to give out to the people. So it's a lot of training going on and a lot of things in life. And we have to be trained. You have to be taught and trained. And we have to follow through with it in order to be successful and to maintain that consistency and that persistence in life.
Gotcha. All right, AB, I'm gonna get you out of here on this one. So, you got anything coming up with Reach2?
One of the things that we are getting ready to do with Reach2 is work with the schoolhouse right now and get some things, you know, in network with that. I got some other things in the making as well that it's not time for me to speak on it.
Okay. Gotcha.
But Reach2 is going to continue to be Reach2. Porch Talk is going to continue to go forth. All my platforms will be sharing different things at times. Just like I say, man, I just want to salute you, salute my creed for getting me on this podcast, man, for coming back out and share. Hope we said something that might have affect you or hit you or marinate on your mind and in your heart, you know what I'm saying, that make you look at something in a different perspective or change your way to build you successfully and give you that hope in life to go on and grab that bull by the horn and hold on to it.
Yes, sir. Take it on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You want to throw out anywhere if anybody want to make a donation?
If you would like to make a donation to this organization, you can do Zelle with my phone number at 229-460-0978. It is connected to the actual Reach2. You like the Cash App, you can Cash App $ capital AARON, capital W, 1970 Cash App. You can go to the website reach2valdosta.org and you can go on the PayPal, and it will take any card. Okay, what card you got, and you want to make a donation, you can make a donation through that. Purchase some merchandise. We have merchandise now on sale on the website. Just follow me on all these social media platforms. I'd like to thank Miss Pressure Williams for setting up all my pages and network and all my videos and stuff that's going on now. So, man, we got a lot of things going on, and we are looking to do some greater things in the upcoming years in the city of Valdosta, Georgia, and surrounding counties. We just got through finished speaking to the Brooks County Trojans in Quitman, Georgia. Okay. Now, probably within a week or two, we will be speaking to the Lanier County High School in Lakeland, Georgia, in their program in the school. So, yeah, man, we got some great things coming up, man. So, like I said, if they don't receive me here, it's going to be other people calling me to come.
Yes, sir.
So when several months back, we finished up down in Hamilton County, in Hamilton County Correctional Institution, and speaking to the inmates there. So, man, we've been having some great things going on, doing some great things. A lot of it been in quiet and secret, but I'm going to let you know when God called me and put me on the stage, you're going to see it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to share with the gift of gab and the tongue of the learned, and just spit, man, talking like I normally talk, man.
Yes,
that's the gift. Always know your gift is free. Your gift is free. God give you gifts. Freely he give unto you, so freely you give unto others. But he also give you talents. And you take that talent that God gave you, and you can earn from your talent. Your gift is free. So you ain't got to earn from your gift because you freely giving back. But your talents, you can charge. And you can earn and make a living off your talents. Right. So don't get that too twisted. Gifts and talents are two different things. So, I just want you to be blessed with that, man. I hope that bless you somewhere.
I appreciate it. Hey, Mr. Aaron Wentz, can I get you a salute for me?
Man, salute.
Salute. My crown, I'm standing on principles. I'm standing on business. That check on the way and I'ma go get it. Respect is the only way you gon' come with it. Live and direct no matter how you spin it. Stripes on my sleeve, they counting on me. Salute my creed as I press my beliefs. How can I follow when I'm in the lead? A soldier on a mission, salute at ease. Respect it or check it, set it or bet it. One of the realest to turn your mess to a message. Know you be tested, you gotta take it and flip it. You got a choice to be different. Really can paint your own picture for real. For real. I see the vision so vividly, salute my creed, it couldn't be clearer. I'm a natural born hustler. All I know is get the dough and double up. Straight went flip mode, bust the buttons. I done had a trap jump, double dutch. See, I ain't have to have a huge blow just to know it was time for ultimate grind. Old head told me stay down, don't pop out till your extra shine. Got a duffel in my clutch and stuff with 100 band bundle stuck. I run it, never run her up. Youngin' had to run the streets and run it up. As I look back and I reflect on it, ain't my name, you better put respect on it. Boy, this head checkers, this is chest, homie. Look, if I said it, I'ma stand on it. Salute, salute, at ease. Salute, salute, at ease. Salute, salute. You ain't gotta like it to respect my creed. Salute, salute, at ease. Salute, salute, at ease. Salute, salute. You ain't gotta like it to respect my creed. I'm standing on principles. I'm standing on business. That check on the way and I'ma go get it. Respect is the only way you gon' come with it. Live and direct no matter how you spin it. Stripes on my sleeve, they counting on me. Salute my creed as I press my beliefs. How can I follow when I'm in the lead? A soldier on a mission, salute at ease. Respect it or check it, set it or bet it. One of the realest to turn your mess to a message. Know you be tested, you gotta take it and flip it. You got a choice to be different. Really can paint your own picture for real. For real. I see the vision so vividly, salute my creed, it couldn't be clearer, I'm him. Yeah. Respect is earned, not given. Yeah. Listen. Hey. They say the odds against you, you gotta rise against it. Yeah. Yeah. Salute my creed. Go. it.